Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan with another Fallout 76 news video. And hey, if you love Bethesda, Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, even Starfield, and you're not subscribed yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? That's all I talk about on this channel, so go ahead, hit that button. Just recently at the Xbox Showcase, both John Rush and Bill Acosta were interviewed by several people about the Gone Fishing update. And they had some teases about what's coming in the future for Fallout 76.
Oh, we've got big plans. We've got plans for years to come. Oh my gosh, like the update at the end of this year is huge, and I'm not going to talk about it.
We've already talked about the Builders update that is coming this fall to Fallout 76, and then this winter they teased that the biggest update ever is coming to Fallout 76. But there was one thing that kind of went under the radar. In fact, I haven't heard anyone else talk about it, and that is an upgrade for Fallout 76 for the next generation. The generation that we're on now, that is. The Series X, Xbox, and of course, the PlayStation 5. Yeah, they came right out and said it, that the next generation upgrade for Fallout 76 is planned and coming to the game. Listen to Bill Acosta talk about what is planned for the future of Fallout 76.
Yeah, John said we think about this stuff well ahead of time, and it takes a good bit of time to build out certain pieces of content. I can't give you any dates on anything like that, and I can't give any dates, but I will say that is in the plans for us to have a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series S and X version, and yeah, just keep on expanding because we want to make sure that we're also keeping up with the tech that's available to us and making the game, like you said, look better, play better, be faster, all that stuff, and be more optimized. So yeah, those are in the plans.
Can you kind of paint a picture of like how much work goes into that? Because I think a lot of people just think it's a switch you flip. Oh, everything's next gen now. You just hit the switch, update all the things to 4K, you're done. But I'm sure that it's much more intuitive than that. I'm sure.
I wish it was just doing a drop down and saying, hey, build this out for PS5 or Xbox Series S and X. It's not. There's a lot of tech that goes into it. One of them being, for example, we were on DX11 or DirectX 11 for a long time. We're now updating to DirectX 12. So there's a lot of things that happen there. There's shaders that get changed, or just elements of the game that don't look right when they're rendering out with DX12. So we have to make sure that we're going through that and looking at all parts of the game. So it's just a process. It's what I define it as overly difficult. Not necessarily overly difficult, but there are this game is very big. So making sure that the game is running the way it's supposed to run and is looking the way it's supposed to look, and making sure that we're just addressing all the areas that need to be addressed for the next or the current gen consoles is just, I would say it's just a long checklist of stuff. So we'll get there. So just stay tuned.
We're in the reads here now, so I have to ask because we're in the reads now. Like, is it difficult with technology evolving so quickly every year? There's new GPU, there's new hardware, software to utilize, there's more tools for your toolbox, more toys for your toy box. Is it tempting to be like, let's rebuild this from the ground up? Or are you just like, no, we have to try to implement it in what we've already built?
Yeah, I think, for us, because we've got a live service game that John's talked about and I've talked about as being something we have plans for years, we're not in a rush necessarily to do it, but there are times where we try to figure out what is the best time to do that kind of upgrade for us. And so we've got that planned out, and we'll just stay tuned on when that's happening. So
how long do you think it's going to take for Bethesda to upgrade Fallout 76 to the next generation? Earlier in the interview, Bill Acosta did say normally they work for about a year and a half on bigger content. Well, if you would consider this bigger content, maybe we're looking at about a year. And that's when the next generation comes out. I wonder if they're just going to skip this generation altogether and do a double upgrade to the next generation. Interesting. Tell me what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Either way, I'm super excited about the future of Fallout 76. Now that Microsoft is fully behind this game, seeing that Fallout Season 2 is right around the corner in December, I think things are just going to get bigger and better for Fallout 76 in the years to come. Thank you for spending just a little bit of your time today right here in the King's Corner. If you like this content, be sure and hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I am the KingFanMan. I hope to see you out in the wastes of West Virginia. Bye, everybody.